Big baller budget indeed. 1 million coins and up if you need coins. Man, come on, you already know MMOEXP, the best coin website to get your FC26 coins. Get a huge jump start to your teams. I'm talking Mbappe's. I'm talking some of the best cards in the game, man. META, that's code META for the best cheapest coins. Check first link in description. Also, 8% off. God damn. Do check out MMOEXP indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the big baller budgets, as I said, man. This is 1 million coins and up. If you have not seen, I've obviously included all the other ones before this in terms of price ranges. So I'm going, basically, this might be the last one, I won't lie. Maybe we'll go 5 mil and up, you know, if depending on who has the insane budgets. By the way, please hit the like, subscribe. And also, if you need teams personally built, I built it within the hour or two. Definitely check out the second link in description or pin comment if you need your teams built. I will build it right there, minimum $5. Let's jump into the first team right there. 1 million coin team now. Obviously, if you are balling right there and you've got a million coins, whether it be trading, whether it be, you know, using the code meta right there, hey, 1 million coins, man, can build you some pretty nice cards right here and a pretty nice team. Now we're looking at formations as well. I always try to include the most meta when it comes to formations, the players, the tactics. Well, tactics you can all do by yourselves, but when it comes to formation and players, at least I try to include the most meta. And 4-4-2 second variations, actually one of the better ones right there in the game, alongside like the 4-2-3-1, the 4-2-3-1/2, obviously the 4-2-1-3. But yeah, we've got Lamine the Dream Yamal, obviously not winning Ballon d'Or right there. We got a main man Dembele, which I think was deserved. An absolute goat, bro. Beast, man, coming back all the way from there. What was it, Rennes? Jumping over to, I think it was BVB. The guy, what a career, man, this far right there, man. Very insane for him to win the Ballon d'Or. But nonetheless, though, seeing this team, though, very nice, very overpowered. When it comes to building a team, right, you need to disperse your coins evenly. But I feel like you don't really need to be spending too much on attackers. It's mostly actually spending coins on the defense. Because this game is so hard to defend, you need players that can actually kind of AI like make that advantage, you know, make that AI like much more overpowered. So having players like the likes of, you know, Pedri, for instance, very nice off the ball movement and on the ball as well. You got Patrick Guiaro, which is literally like a cheaper version of you know, Bonmati, Putellas, those girls, Barcelona sisters, I always say. Konate, Van de Ven, very nice backline. Tell me, can you do a better 1 mil coin team than this? Maybe you could get in someone in the future like Rafinha over Rashford. You could maybe take Lamine the Dream out, because I do understand that someone actually said it, like it might be this card just because of the hype and stuff that is a little bit more expensive. I think he actually has gone down in price because obviously there's a market crash now. By the way, I'm no trader, not financial advice in terms of coins, but hey, this man, I do see him dropping even further down. Let's just go to market and check. He was on the 19th when the game got released 386k, and he's gone down to 294. So he's gone down almost 100,000 coins in the space of a few days. So he could even potentially go even further down. That's why I always say sometimes, like, save your coins, build a cheap team. Like, that's where you can go see the other budgets. Build like an OP team, right? Call it like 1 million coins max, and then you can save your coins you know, after that. But yeah, let's jump over to the 1.5 mil. This is 500,000 coins plus. Also give me leeway, by the way. You know, the market is very erratic, as we just see now, so definitely give me leeway, at least 50 to 100,000 coins. We'll say 50. 100k is a little bit crazy, but yeah, as you can see, this one is 1.450, so you know, it's under budget as well. Obviously PC prices is also a little bit erratic, so when it comes to a 1.5 mil team, 500k extra from the 1 mil, you're looking at now cards that you can include in the team that's, you know, not a lot of people can buy. Like Brolin, for instance, you got cards that are, this guy looks incredible, by the way. Technical plus, I think, is the best camp style for maneuverability in the game. When it comes to technical plus, them having that dribbling in terms of, like, you know, long stride dribbling, so holding down RB on Xbox or one on PlayStation, it just makes them feel so much faster, and like the maneuvering, you know, left to right, etc., just makes it feel so much better. So Brolin in this game, I feel like will be amazing, very versatile as well, with the cam, right wing, and striker positions. And what I like about him as well, he has everything above 80 when it comes to, even 85 when it comes to like raw stats of like pace, shooting, and he's got 89 reactions as well. He's gonna feel very nice, kind of like a cheaper, who can I say, You could say like a Wayne Rooney. You could say someone along those lines. And what's nice about this type of teams is you can actually include anyone that's above 300,000 coins. Call it 300 to 350 if you don't want Brolin. Do you know what I mean? That's why I make these teams, is to give you the idea. But yeah, even with this team, you've got like an insane guy that you could say is, my maths might be bad here, but maybe covering about 10 or 15% of the price. But you can always, you know, replace him with someone else if you have that coinage. We've got obviously Marquinhos, Pacho, we've got Nuno Mensch. You're going to see him in a lot of the teams because he's probably the best left back in the game. He's kind of like a Mendy, you could say. Very fast, pacey. Now, he only has 80 defense, but that's the power curve. EA are slowing it down, as we said. But yeah, 4-2-1-3, probably the best formation in the game right now. It's a little bit ratty, but hey, if you have the coins and you want to win games, you're going to have to play these formations, man. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Let's jump over to the 2 million coin team, and it's bang on 2 mil. 2,000 coins more right there on Xbox and PlayStation. Nonetheless, though, 4-2-1-3 again. We're going to see it a lot in these videos because it's essentially the best formation because of CDMs. Now, the CDMs, we all know, they're the ones that track back much more than the CMs. You see, so when it comes to... this is actually a 4-3-3-4, by the way. Sorry about that. But you can still make it a 4-2-1-3. It's just now I think Bonmati doesn't have the CDM version. But if you like the 4-3-3-4, which I personally think is the more fluent and better formation and less ratty and it's more fun, you know, fluid football, but completely up to you. Like you can replace Bonmati with Putellas, which can play the CDM role, even though she has less defense. The thing is, it's all about animations and the way they play in game. Don't always look at stats. You got to look at playstyles, roles, and the animations and how they play in game. It plays a huge role in terms of their meta. I mean, you got someone like Balde that has F78 defense, right? You jump over in like if you verse him, bro, I've versed Balde maybe 2-3 times, and every time I've versed him, it's probably the best left back in the game that I've versed, bar Nuno Mendes, easily. This guy is absolutely incredible. What makes him so good is looking at his playstyles. Anticipate, which gets that ball. Jockey, movement from side to side, makes the AI movement patterns much better. Not even AI, makes, you could say AI, but you could also say manual movement much better in terms of like tracking those runs. So yeah, overall, man, that guy's a beast. So you have to look at how they play in game. But when it comes to the actual like coinage, you know, you got obviously Graham Hansen, a little bit expensive in this team. You can always get in someone like Yamal and then kind of disperse the coins evenly to like a striker. Maybe save up for someone like a Vinny Jr. over Diaz. But I like this Diaz and Musiala links because Diaz, 4-star now. And the thing with Diaz, he's got the quick step and the technical base. Low driven as well. Now when it comes to him, right, you could say he's better on the wing. But even at striker, the way this game is panned out is getting those through balls through to a striker. And if they have that pace, especially if they have quick step, it's done. Especially if they have low driven as well and you have the precision shooting on, bro, this card is going to be insane. And I feel like, you know, even in a 2 million coin team, he's going to actually cook still. So yeah, overall, man, I jump to the 2.5 million coins. Now this one, we're looking at obviously 500k plus, and it's actually a little bit less than the budget. So what I would say is maybe get rid of like Guijaro and get in someone like a Bonmati or Putellas, and then it will obviously be 2.5, if not a little bit more than 2.5. But yeah, also another thing I wanted to say, in these budgets, right, that are like 1 million coins plus, you don't really need to be spending too much coins. Like, you don't need to be buying like Rio Ferdinands or Maldinis. Just use the gold cards, man. Trust me, with the power curve staying intact, someone like a Kunde that has the jockey plus with Van Dijk as well, with the insane animations. Don't look at his stats in terms of pace. The way he plays in game, phenomenal. You got Bombasto that obviously links to Diani, goddamn, and Dumune. Now, when it comes to linking these two, just get in someone along the lines of within that Arkema league, you know. But Dumune, bros, now this card right here, she's extinct as well because people know she's the real deal. She's gone up in price, above 90 pace split, 89 finishing. Now, her reactions is low, given the fact that, you know, it's 86. It's not going to be the best under the sun, but goddamn, bro, 4-star as a cam even, she's perfect. Very nice card, man. We got Diani that's quick and maneuverable. We got Rafinha, Salah, you know, to link to Van Dijk. Pretty decent 2.5. It's not even 2.5. You can literally add, maybe even get out Diani and Dumune. Get in someone like, I'm thinking of the top of the dome for a striker. Let's think. Maybe even Isak. You know, you can go like Isak and then go Cam. There's not really much great cams in in Premier League. I mean, you could go Isak, that will link to the Prem, right? And you'll link to Frimpong and Allison and Van Dijk, and then you could go a Cam from Barca, you know. So maybe like you heard it, Bonmati. Did she win Ballon d'Or, I think, right? She always wins Ballon d'Or, bro. She's a beast. Shout out Bonmati though. But let's jump over to the 3 million coin teams. Now we are looking at the top of the line meta. We're looking at the S plus card right there. It is the main man, Vinny Jr. Ranked 16th, by the way. 16th. Do you think that is right there? See, I always say look at the in-game stats and stuff, because people off glance will say, Mike, nowhere near is Vinny near like 1.3 more. 84 shooting, he's got 88 finishing, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's the most important element when it comes to shooting, is the finishing. Shot power is low, but you can always add a chem style to boost that specific, you know, thing right there. Let's see, what would be the best chem style? Probably walk's not bad. I'd personally go with the finisher because I always like to improve my reactions. And it goes to 99 dribbling. This Vinny card is going to stay in the power curve for long. So if you get him, trust me, it's a good investment. Yeah, we got Bellingham, which actually can play cam now. He always could play cam, so I don't know why I'm saying that. But Relentless Plus, 90 dribbling. I've heard a couple of people say doesn't play to stats. I feel like he's better as a cam though. Some people most of the time use him as a CM, but he's much better as a cam, bro, trust. And we obviously got to cover Scalia, you know, Nuno Mensch. Very nice links from PSG. I mean, PSG, you know, winning obviously Champions League. They gotta cook, bro. Pacho, Hakimi, Mendes, Kvaratskhelia. It's a nice linkage right there. But yeah, 3 million coins. This might be the best team, like, you know, in terms of coins dispersed. Yeah, and it's all within budget. It's a little bit expensive, like 100,000 coins, a little bit above budget, but you can always, you know, remove 1 or 2 players like Hakimi. You can remove him for maybe put Kunde right back, because Kunde can play right back, you know, which is nice. And then you can maybe get a center back like Marquinhos, you know, for instance, and it will be under budget. It's just to give you the idea, man. And if you have that coins, you might as well just get the 100k to build that team, you know, if you have so much coins already. Let's jump over to the 4 million coin team that we're looking at. Pretty much, yes, it's similar cards. At the end of the day, these are S plus cards that in the game pro players is going to use because of their stats, their animations, their playstyle. Pluses, yes, now, because they're so good. And that's what makes them so expensive. Dembele is in the mix. What's beautiful about this is Dembele is probably the best card in the game. What's one thing Dembele lacked in all of FIFA? It was always his finishing. And now he's got 90 finishing, winning Ballon d'Or, and obviously having a 90 rated card, which could even compete with Mbappe. That's the insane thing. But we all know Mbappe is Mbappe. But 5-star Dembele, man. 2.4 mil. If you don't like him, you can just replace him with someone like a Butra Gueno, for instance. You see? Now we're speaking business, bro. Man like Butra is probably the best card in terms of how this meta is now. Very small, nimble, bro can get in behind between anything. He's got 94 finishing. He's going to keep his price, I think, forever, man. Especially with the power curve, and he's got 5-star weak foot, so perfect for shooting. You're going to see him in a lot of pro events. Trust, that card is phenomenal. Very, very nice card. But as I said, you can always just replace the most expensive card with someone who you want, like an icon, etc. But I don't think Dembele is going to, you know, be bad. Yeah, very nice team though. Obviously, Dembele is taking literally like more than half of the price. But it makes sense. You know, if you're going to have that price range, you're going to get that like one potent card that's gonna like do it for you, know. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the teams. And now we're moving over to the 5 million coin team. Yeah, 5 M's, boys. You definitely either bought FC points, or because there's no way anyone's acquiring a 5 mil coin team without, you know, grinding something, bro. But let's just try and split this up. If I can just, you know, get this going. There we go. And then like that. Continue to desktop. There we go. So as you can see right there, we've got 2 options for 5 mil. Now the second option you can obviously see is the more fun option. And the thing with like 5 mil, right? Most of the time, people that have 5 mil right now in this stage of the game is for pro events. But if you have 5 mil and you want to have fun, I at least made the second option for you. And you can always replace specific cards. Like if you don't like Kaká, you can always get like a Rooney. If you don't like Zola, you can always get, you know, you can even get Del Piero in this team. You can just shift it around. But I felt like this was the best fun 5 mil coin team. And I'm looking over my shoulder and I'm seeing it's not even 5 mil on PC. As I said, man, the prices are all over the place. So if you obviously on PC, that's unfortunate, bro. But at least the first team though is both 5 mil. But I think it's because of the icon price is very erratic. Nonetheless though, this 5 mil coin team is going to absolutely cook everyone. Graham Hansen, you got Vinny Jr., Bonmati. Hey, hell, if you have 5 mil, you could even get a you could get Mbappe for 4 mil, right? And you can make a 1 million coin team straight up, bro. That's the beauty about it, man. Because the thing is, having that one potent card is always going to do justice, you know. It's just about dispersing the coins. Like if you have untradables and you buy someone like a Mbappe, for instance, I just didn't really want to include him into the 5 mil. I just felt like it's unfair, bro. 4.2 mil for Mbappe is so insane. I mean, this card is going to... God, imagine Mbappe in this game, bro. Now that I think about it. God damn. But nah, tell me what's your favorite team right there. I think the coins were dispersed pretty well on this 5 mil coin team. Might be the better one, I can't lie. What makes this team so good is the midfield as well. God damn, you got Putellas, Bonmati, and Valverde. You could argue the best midfielders in modern day football and in the virtual scene. So hey, that's the teams, bro. I will catch you boys in the very next video. Tell me, what is your favorite card to use? I always ask that question because I'm currently loving what's his name, Chiesa, but I'm versing this Ayuso Perez, bro. For the guys that don't have as much coins, get this guy in your team right now. Literally, go buy him, bro. I'm looking at you. Yes, go buy this card right now.